also comes down to that.
Why do people go out? People go out for work to go. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to network. We are here to benchmark. And we are here to develop. And what comes to my mind is, how can I network? How can I benchmark when I don't know who I am? So the first thing that I want us to look at is to ask ourselves, who am I? Do I know who I am? And if I know who I am, that will make it easy for me to network. Because I'll be having a goal to achieve in my networking. If somebody calls me or sends me an SMS saying, Mr. Jongman, kikopa koroperi business idea. I'm wondering, business idea, where is the passion? Where is the identity? My business idea is to talk to people. Is that person interested in talking to people? So, the starting point of networking is knowing who we are. Do we really know who we are? When everything else is taken away from you, your business, your work, your marital status, your everything, you are left alone. Can you proudly indicate who this person under all these world trappings is? Do you know the person who is in charge of this life that you are leading? Do you know your core values as an individual? When you go out and network, when you go out and benchmark, when you go out and say, I want to develop myself because I'm not satisfied with who I am, do you really know who's that person? I want us to reflect and ask ourselves, who am I? One of the greatest philosophers, Socrates, once said, unreflected life is not worth living. The life that is lived without taking a journey back into who we are is not worth living. So, do you really know who you are? Who do you want to network with? We are comfortable. Why do you benchmark? Why do you want to develop yourself? Because you know your values. Do you know your tendencies, your habits, your positive and negative habits? Do you know them? We are comfortable, a lot of us, attending events very late. That is our tendency. Because there are more no. So if you want to network, if you want to benchmark, if you want to develop yourself, what are those tendencies that will make it easier for you to be able to network? Are you going to find the person that you are planning to network with when you come 30 minutes late? If I want people to benchmark from me, I have to be here on time or before time. What are your tendencies? What are your passions? Do you know your passions? This thing that will not make you to sleep because you want to do it. This fire that is burning within you. Have you realized? Have you identified that thing? That is your passion. You are always ready to do it because it is within you. And your networks are the people that are sharing your same passion. Do you know your passion? Who am I? I know where my passion lies. Your strengths. Those natural abilities that are God-given. Have you identified them? Or you are just living with some ahead. You are just living because you have to survive. And those natural abilities are the ones that you can use to conquer the world because you've been given them. Do you know those natural abilities? Who am I? I know my strength. If you are timid and you want to be a public speaker, is that your strength? Acknowledge your limitations. Ladies and gentlemen, no man is a superman. We all have our limitations. We need to acknowledge those limitations. And those limitations are not supposed to be there forever. Those limitations are supposed to be there to remind you that you are a human person and you need other people to help you to achieve what you want to achieve. Who am I? We need, in our journey, to have goals. Six kg in a month. That's not bad. But actually it's 7.5. 7.5. And by September it should be 15. And it's possible. Fear has made me to think that it was impossible for such a long time. But I believe it is possible. What is your goal? When I was outside, these young men at the back, they were marveling at the GP Mercedes-Benz. And one thing that caught my attention was when the other one said, this one I'm going to buy it at my retirement stage. Retirement. And the dude is only How old are you? 20? And you are thinking about retirement. You are not even working. What is your goal in life? If you know your values, if you know your passion, if you know your tendencies, if you know your limitations and your strengths, you will set goals. And those goals will help you to move on with life. After these 6, you need now to start your journey towards personal development. And your journey towards personal development will mean that you are going to benchmark from those who have done it before you. That will mean you need to network. Nobody is successful by staying in the house. So, who am I? This activity today is reflective. I want us to take a journey and ask ourselves, who am I? You see, thinking beyond the borders. You cannot think beyond the borders if you have not identified the self in you. You cannot think because you don't know who you are. You move with the flow. And moving with the 20% will always be difficult for you. That is why we are here. That is why we are here. Cogito ergo sum. I think, therefore I am. And I said, we need to take a journey and ask ourselves, who am I? And now I'm saying, when you are asking yourself who you are, this is the reality in this country. The reality in this country is 41.1% of young people between the ages of 12 and 35 are unemployed. That is around 400,000 young people are unemployed in this country. And you know them because they are our relatives, they are our children, it's us. That is the reality. I'm not quite sure whether it's a sad reality or it's just a reality. Sad reality. We are putting an emotion to it. It's a reality that we need to work on it. And not only that, 20% of Botswana are poor. This 20%, we are talking about humaneo, yambeteka, abject poverty, not food poverty. These are the people who are not even thinking of $1 a day. That belong, the 41%, that is around 300,000 Botswana. They are in poverty. Those are our parents. Those are our relatives. And the 41% might fall there because there is no employment. The market is flooded. And Botswana is the most unequal society at 0.71 Gini coefficient. We are towards the extreme of inequality. Because the extreme is at 1. It's between 0 and 1. So we've passed the middle. So the reality is, few people are enjoying the resources while many are suffering. That is the reality. The reality is 27,000 graduates are roaming the states. 27,000 young people who have graduated with degrees, not with diplomas, not with certificates, but with degrees, are roaming the states. There is long run at work. People are complaining. When you meet people, they will tell you how they don't like their job. When you meet people, they will tell you how they hate their bosses. When you meet students, they will tell you that they've been given a course that they don't like. At the end of the day, our nation is angry. We are a very angry nation. Yesterday, I was at one shop. This child, I think around 7, 8 or less, was telling the mother that, "Mommy, you are an angry person. You are always shouting. Even when we are in shops, you are shouting at us. Take a chill pill." And I'm like, oh no. If it has reached our children, there's a challenge. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the reality. What do you see when you see this reality in our country? What do you see? When you see the above reality, what comes to your mind? Despair or opportunity? When you see this reality, is it despair or opportunity? What do you see? Your attitude will tell you whether it's an opportunity or you need to go home and cry. Your attitude will make a difference. Your attitude will be that line that defines where you go. That feeling that is within you and you express it outwardly, that is your attitude. And we take things for granted. Some of us will pick your attitude even through your non-verbal cues. Attitude here, either positive or negative, no gray area. If you believe the world is treating you well, the response of the world will be positive. But if you believe everything is against you, it will be against you. You will attract that. That is the attitude. If you are this person who is always so, 50-50 brayaka, 50-50. You know, even God said He does not want lukewarm Christians. Why do you want to live your life lukewarm? So. You will get so from the world. And you will say the world is not favoring you. It's favoring other people. I wanted to tell you a story, but I will reserve the story. Yeah. Negative attitude towards the world, you get negative response. So, when I look at the unemployment rate in Botswana, when I look at the low morale, when I look at the anger in our nation, I came up with this. There is an opportunity to help my fellow countrymen to be better people. When you see us fighting every day on our roads, do you see an opportunity? Bring innovation. A bad attitude is like a flat tire. If you don't change it, you go nowhere. A bad attitude is like a flat tire. If you are not going to change it, you will remain in the same place. Time to reflect. Time to retreat and ask ourselves, where am I heading? And our attitude is what, it's a determining factor whether we are going to be successful or we are not going to be successful. On a Friday evening, while my mates are having fun, enjoying their youth, because we are approaching 40. I'm sitting there writing something because I want to see myself in the next few years a successful person. When I want to complain, I ask myself, what can I do it differently? How can I do this differently so that it does not harm my happiness? When the guys who are unemployed break into my car, get my manuscript in my laptop, go with it, I say it is well. God will give me more strength to write this book, and I'm going to do it better than before. What do you tell yourself when you are under pressure, when there is no money in the home, when you cannot sit with your siblings, when you cannot discuss with your spouse? What do you see? When you are not promoted at work, when you cannot find a job, what do you tell yourself? And that thing that you tell yourself will determine where you are going. When everybody says you cannot make it, do you believe that? Your attitude will tell you that I might be born Konga rank you. But I'm going to be like any other person who has been successful or who is successful in this world. That is cogito ergo sum. For some, attitude presents difficulty in every opportunity. You see, every day you are confronted by opportunities. I'm using confronting deliberately because that opportunity becomes a pain. That's why it's a confrontation. It becomes a pain. You are so afraid of taking that opportunity because your attitude is so bad that everything that comes to you, you need to interrogate it and tell yourself that this is bad. Why are when opportunities are coming your way, because you know that everything is bad, you know that this world is bad, every opportunity is a difficulty for you. While other people are finding opportunities in difficulties, the difference is the attitude. And if you are thinking of competing with the rest of the world, they don't care about you, they don't know you, and your attitude will make you a better person. We are faced with divorces in this country. We are faced with abuse of women and children. We are faced with lifelessness. You know, somebody was born in 1950, they died in 1960, and they are going to be buried in 2070. In between, they were just there. They're dead. Because their attitude towards life is lifeless. So am I that person? I like to say, to be born poor is not our problem. But to die poor is our problem. If you are born poor, that is not your problem. It's an accident. But to die poor is not an accident. It's your own doing. You need to try until you make it. That's why Trevor Noah was born an accident. Trevor Noah was born a crime. Trevor Noah is now rolling with the big boys because he used that crime to his advantage. His attitude told him that if you can use this crime, you'll make it in life. And Trevor Noah has made it. We like it or not. So, where am I? This guy, Richard Branson, because there was a challenge, he came up with an idea that made life easier for him, and he is enjoying the benefits of that. He's rolling with the former president, they're skiing together, playing together, because his main challenge, he turned it into an opportunity. Do we turn our challenges into opportunities? Jeff liked to read. And he was receiving his books after a very long time. And then he said, you know what? I'll make something that will make it easier for me to receive my books. Amazon. And now he's enjoying the benefits of his challenge. So when we refer back to our challenge in this country, where do we see opportunities? It's about the attitude. It's about the attitude. Those people are not smarter than us. They make an effort. And you cannot enjoy the benefit of effort if you are not going to make an effort. That's Margaret Thatcher. Do you believe the world is treating you well? Look around and analyze conversations of unhappy people. Do you see them living fulfilling lives? Do you hang around those people? Those people who are toxic. Those people who will see a problem in everything. You bring your Mercedes Benz, they'll tell you, but there's a new, you could have waited. There's a new one that is coming. You tried this, they'll tell you, but if you could have applied to UCT, you see, Vince is not that good. They'll always see something. But do you see their lives prospering? Next thing, they will tell you that you need deliverance. They're always crying that the world and life is unfair and they lack luck. Ladies and gentlemen, you prepare for your own luck. You prepare for it. I'll give you an example of this guy in South Africa who really liked Manchester United. And at the end of the season, his boss surprised him. America's a ticket to go and watch Manchester United at Old Trafford. That is very expensive. Flight ticket to fly to Old Trafford. Surprise! The poor dude did not have a passport. So the opportunity was passed to another person who was readily available. He did not prepare for his luck. You prepare for your own luck. You prepare for your own grace. If you are praying to God, if you are fasting, if you are praising God, that's how you prepare for your grace. And God will abundantly bless you. And then you are going to say, you are not preparing for your own grace. You prepare for your own luck. The reality is that the world does not know you, does not care about you. You are the one who has to make an effort. Shakespeare, they say, when you are born, you are thrown into a stage and you pick a role to perform. So if you are going to pick and always sit at the back, everything will be like that in your own life. In Latin, my director of ceremonies has indicated that he's a Latin person. In Latin, they are saying salvos aptissima. Salvos aptissima. Survival of the fittest. You Google it. Challenges makes you more responsible. Always remember that life without struggle, it's a life without success. Don't give up and learn not to quit, because quitters never win and winners never quit. Those challenges that are coming your way, you need to turn them into opportunities. If you know the Bible, St. Paul said, consider yourself lucky when all sorts of trials come your way and you manage to beat them. So those lemons are supposed to be lemonade. You're supposed to enjoy that lemonade. When I look at preparing for this seminar, this was the most hectic, more than all that I've prepared. The concept, trying to sell the concept to different companies to sponsor the activity. They never more sell. Because they were saying, you are going to teach our people to think away from the box and they are going to leave us. And I was saying, no, networking does not only mean, or thinking beyond the borders, does not only mean you are going to move from Botswana to other countries. It might mean you are going to network with people who are outside Botswana, and you are going to broaden the scope of your organization. But the concept did not sit well with corporates. The venues were always a challenge. Because they think we make a lot of money out of these activities. So they will charge you. Those are challenges. The presenters. It's interesting how I got my presenters. Through Facebook. Posted on Facebook. Then started getting people recommending the other person, and now we have them. And they are here. They've traveled from all over. There were supposed to be 5. Oh. There are 3. Sponsors, as I told you, people did not believe in the concept. No, they believed in the concept. They were afraid of the concept. We believe in our concept. We believe that this concept will be good. We believe that even if we are going to have 2 people, those 2 people believe in our concept. And we sold 100 tickets. On a Saturday, month end, full of activity, we sold 100 tickets. So, believe in your concept. The world does not care whether you free yourself from bondage, or poor salary, toxic relationships, unemployment. The world marches on. We need to adopt a good, healthy attitude towards life. Changing your life to the better does not come from outside, but from within. If you want to see yourself as a different person, it comes from within. If the market of Botswana is too small for you, think beyond the borders and network with the rest of the world. And you are going to make it in life. At the end of everything, cogito ergo sum. I think, therefore I am. When we look at you, we see your thoughts. Because what you present, for us, it's your thoughts. I think, therefore I am. René Descartes, great philosopher. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Constance moved to Boston, Massachusetts, USA in July 1990. She studied international relations at Harvard University Extension School while working as a banker. She has more than 17 years experience in the finance space. I'm talking about USA, working in USA. So today we have finance ladies. Not only do we have ladies, but we have finance ladies. Such a great thing. She's passionate about fashion, just like me. She enrolled at the Motivational Model School in Boston. She was just a natural fit. We can just tell from her, from the phenotype, from the physical appearance. You can just tell that this is a model. She's the CEO of Mississippi Designs, where she designs wearable, mostly women, luxurious outfits. She promised that next time, she's going to dress us. She do run a fashion reality TV show, Mississippi Fashion TV. Passionate about giving back. There is a lot, I can just go on and on and on and on until the next day. So please help me welcome Constance. Connie. I like the energy.
It's good to be home. And I feel very, very fortunate to be here and presenting. This is the first time I actually come home to present. And so bear with me. And if you at the back you can't hear me, just raise your finger. Did you just raise it, sir? Yeah, I think you did. So I'm going to be a little louder because I can be loud. I'm very, very fortunate to be one of those people who are here at home to present. A lot of people, when I'm back in the US, I always tell people that my people are very beautiful. That's how I spot them. I'm looking here, I'm like, damn. You're beautiful, you're handsome. I can spot a Botswana from way far away because I'm one. Mr. Gentleman had touched on earlier about, who we are. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna talk about who I am first. And I apologize, I don't have, the fancy thing. So I'm gonna talk about who I am, and then I will talk about, the whole topic, which is beyond water, which is, the real topic, the real elephant in the room. And then after that, I'll conclude. My name is Connie. I was born in Shishon. So, like he said. And I have the luxury of sitting in a classroom in Shishon Primary School, Hamana Primary School. I had the luxury of sitting at St. Joseph's College in one of those classrooms. I have the luxury of sitting at Wheaton College. There's a reason why I'm mentioning all these is because I'm one of you. And if I can do or be who I am now, you can be that. I also had the luxury of boarding a flight for the first time and went overseas. I also had the luxury of sitting down in a classroom at Harvard College, also Harvard University. I had the luxury of sitting in an office as a bank manager. I had the luxury of sitting down as a fraud investigator of finances in a bank. I also had the luxury of sitting down as a compliance officer, also in banking. And then came the part where I was not happy. This little girl was more hungry, was thirsty, and needed some food. So I took some of my little funds, my little savings, and took myself to a modeling school. I did my modeling, had the luxury of completing my modeling school, and then had the luxury after that of sitting down, competing for the IMTA in Hollywood, and became the second runner-up at the IMTA. IMTA actually stands for International Talent. Okay. So one might wonder why I'm starting by telling all the stories. They might wonder if this is a bragging issue. If you go to my Facebook page, it's not going to tell you where I went to school. Because education is very important, and I know we do value it very well here at home. But it's not about where you went to school. It's about what's burning here. It's about that passion. It's about who you are, like Mr. Johnman was saying earlier. Do you want to be mediocre? There's mediocrity. You can open a shop and sell dresses that way. And you can say, if I find this job where I can be able to just pay for my rent and pay for my kids' clothes, I'm okay. That's not crime. We allow that. It's okay to do that. But you can also have and say, I want to be different. I want to buy an aeroplane. I want to be a pilot. And yet you come from a family where none of your siblings or none of your family members have ever been to college. You can say, I want to build a school. Now the problem here is, the elephant is in the room is that fear. So you go to your friend, your best friend that you've been to school with, your best friend that we actually gossip in the corners with, your best friend that you dress up with and go to a nightclub at night. Or you could go to your neighbor and say, Mrs. Mosopojani, I was thinking of buying a plane. He looks at you like, huh? Say, what? You gotta be crazy. And the reason I'm mentioning this is because before I started Mrs. Fashion TV, I confided on a friend who actually was a videographer. And I said, I'm gonna start little. You know, this has been burning inside me. I've been, designing these dresses. And by the way, I make my deities and I have white folks wear them with the tuquis. Yes, and it looks good. Go to my website, go to my Facebook page, you will see that. So I said to her, I would like to, start this fashion TV, She looks at me and she said, well, last time I checked, you were a millionaire. I said, yeah, I know. But maybe that's why I want to start this business. I want to be different and do it that way. She disappeared. I never seen her before. So I never seen her after that. But I kept it cool and I went into the mirror, I went in my house and said, my planning, I was targeting this woman because I know her very well. And now she disappeared. And so what am I going to do? I went back to the drawing board. And when you have that passion, folks, you've got to be ready to fall, stand up, dust yourself up, and start all over again. Mm-hmm. Because there is no way that you're going to learn anything without falling. When you fall, you know next time to avoid that path. And that's what I did. Now, I'll go back a little bit and tell you a little bit, maybe you can feel bad for me, right? We are allowed to feel bad for everybody. So here I am. I'm 22 years old at that time now. I started working at a bank. I actually started working at a department store. It was called Lord & Taylor. Now, Lord & Taylor is a high-end, so-called maid company. See, because I'm from Botswana, right? Because Botswanas, and I'm going to say it plain, Botswanas believe that they can't go to any place and start off by cleaning the floor and sweeping. I said to my friends from Haiti, I said, well, you know what, I'm from Botswana, you know what, we don't clean. My auntie had been, actually, she's right here, folks. My auntie had been looking for a maid for a long time and couldn't find a maid here unless she went back to Shoshone to pick up somebody to come and become a maid here. So I left here with that mentality. I'm not cleaning for nobody. A lot of folks of color there, that's what they do. That's their job. That's how they start off. I said, I ain't cleaning. And I'm not going to do it. So I started off by looking for a job at the store. So I got hired. I'm selling these petite dresses. And I'm telling myself, I'm going to be the best. Because you know what? There's a goal up there. It's not about what I'm doing now. Because sometimes when you leave, you got to do what you got to do to get what you want. Right? So it's not about I'm selling this dress. It's about after I do this, where am I going? Again, and I'm actually going to touch a little bit on the culture shock because it's very important when you're in America. So from this store, as I sell the dresses, I obviously love to dress too. So it was working very well. People come in, honey, I help you, and I dress them, I pick certain things for them, and they look good. Then I said, that's not enough. Within 3 months, I applied for another job, a teller position. Now, I want to upgrade. I'm sorry, I've been selling dresses for 3 months. And I'm upgrading at this point. So it was a Saturday, I still remember. I applied for this teller position. And on Tuesday, I get a phone call. But unfortunately, I was at school at the time because, we got 2 jobs. And then you got school, and you're paying for yourself. So, be ready if you really want to, achieve what you want to do. So, this was my schedule. When I get up in the morning, I'm going to work selling clothes. When I leave at 5, I'm going to the library. So actually sometimes do homeworks then. And then after that, I am going to school. That was it. But now here I am looking for a second job. You think I'm going to quit selling the dresses? No. I wasn't doing that. So what I ended up doing was, I got the position, they called me. Mark Orange, my boss, I still call him my boss to this day because I worked for him for more than 10 years. So what happened after that was, they offered me the position, the teller position. Now I go back to the clothing store and I say to them, there's a lot of school work. Could I do part-time? And I say, okay, we'll give you 6 to 9. So now I know I got a full-time job. So from 8 a.m. to like 5 p.m., I'm at the bank doing a teller job. From there, I go straight to Lord and Taylor to sell the dresses. From there, I go straight to school. So you leave 8 a.m. and then from school it's like 11 p.m., then I get home. So that's why I missed that call for the bank. Now, again, I am telling you this so that you know if you're determined to do something, you are going to do it. There are a lot of excuses in America, especially that culture shock, especially when you're a person of color. There are so many excuses, and there are some excuses here too. Certain things you would hear from some folks will be, well, I couldn't get that job because I'm black, that position because I'm black. I couldn't get that position because I'm an immigrant, or because I can't pronounce certain words the way they pronounce them. Well, I don't have a degree, but they hired that white person because that white person has a degree. Am I saying there's no discrimination? Yes, there is a lot of discrimination out there. But if you want something, there is a way to go around it. You've got to sit down and prove to yourself and prove to your employer that you can actually do that. If you have it burning right inside you, you can crush that fear and you can actually excel and get what you want to get. One of the things that happened to me when I was in banking, I got promoted from teller 1 to teller 2. Actually, it was a huge deal. I was still a teller, but it was big. Like, oh yes, yes. And then from teller 2 to teller 3, I was like, oh Jesus, yes. And then from teller 3, I said, okay, I'm gonna apply for a customer service rep position. No, I mean, now that means that I'm gonna have a cubicle. See, I'm not sitting behind the teller line. You know, I'm wearing my suits. Like, you know, I mean, this is a serious deal. I'm in America. Are you kidding me? Person comes in, hey, I'm college board, please come on in. You know, I wait on these people. I open their checking account. I open their savings account. I'm not making deposits. I'm at a different level. You know, and I can say whatever I want to say because now, well, humbly, like she said, because now I have been elevated. I'm a customer service rep 1. I become a customer service rep 2. I become a customer service rep 3. And then I said to my boss, an email, sir, I would like to talk to you when you have time. Could you please, you know? He said, oh sure, come on in. My door is always open. I sat down with my boss. He had never seen me that serious before because he knew I have full of energy. I've always been full of energy. By the way, I've always been told that I'm the one who doesn't keep quiet. My auntie is here and she can vouch for me. I always wanted to keep quiet, but I couldn't. So I sat down with my boss and I said, you know, I'm very appreciative of the positions that you've given me, you know, the promotions that you've given me. And what does it take, though, for somebody to get your position? Walk me through that. He looked at me and he said, nobody here has ever came to me and asked me those questions. I said, well, I'm sorry, I don't mean to disrespect, because now I'm like, well, you know, he's like, oh, no, actually, that's great. I said, oh, okay, it's great. Yeah, got my pen and paper. Okay, so, you know, what do I need? He says, you know, this is what we're gonna need you to do. And every month, I'm gonna have to do a progress report for you. And every month, you and I will go in the fields together. I said, wow, thank you. Now, I'm still a customer service rep, remember? Now, the next level after that, I wanted to catch up faster, so I did my little math. Because you know what? When you're burning inside, you don't rest. You get home, you look up the ceiling, you say, how can I get there? How can I get that goal? And that was my main thing. You know, did I actually go out to party? Yes, and I partied hard. On Thursdays, I partied hard. But you know what was happening? Because I had that schedule, sometimes I look at it and I say, if I go, then I come back and say, when am I going to reach this? And oh, you know what? I'll take two months off. And I did. But when that time comes, oh boy, I was there. So you still got a lot of time to party. I still party right now. You know, so you got a lot of time to do all that. You can follow your dreams, but you still got to have fun. If you got it, otherwise you're going to feel like you're being deprived of something. So I applied for a head teller position. So now that was my first supervisory job I ever applied for at the time. So I applied for a head teller position because I felt like I was in a teller position for too long. I knew everything about it, and now I can even open an account. So it's almost like I kind of know everything in it. But you remember, folks, there's always going to be some competitors out there. That guy that I got hired with when I first started, that guy applied for the same position. And honestly, I always thought highly of myself. I was like, oh, I'm going to crush it, you know, the interview. I'm going to ace the interview. So I got called for the interview. I swear to God, I thought I aced it. And then the results comes, he gets promoted. So, prepare to fall. I'm telling you, if you knew that position was yours, do you know how I felt? Maybe I should take the next flight back to Botswana. That's really how I felt. Maybe I can't be a supervisor. Maybe I cannot manage. Maybe my boss doesn't really like me. Maybe I don't have what it takes like I thought I did. Maybe I should go back to the farms and help my grandfather with the goats. I thought about it carefully. My boss got an email from me. I know I'm pushy, right? But in a nice way. I sent my boss an email. Sir, do you have some time to see me? Please let me know. He replies, absolutely, come on in. My door is open. I show up. I was trying to contain myself, but I couldn't. I was actually shaking. And I said, well, you know, congratulations. You know that position, the head teller. Oh, I think, you know, she was a great pick, but can you enlighten me how you did the pick? I mean, how did I not get the job? What can I do next time to be able to get the job? And he said to me, well, we were left, you know, we had like, you know, 6 candidates. And at the end of the day, we had 2 people, yourself and him. I said, I know, but how come I didn't get it? How come you picked him? You know, now I was kind of beginning to wonder if it was because he was white. Remember how I used to tell people, you can't say that, you gotta work harder, you don't forget, you know, the white and black thing? So I went back to him, he said, well, at the end of the day, we felt like he handled some issues better than you. You guys had a lot in common, but he, if anything would come, he would stand up and really crush whatever was there. I told him, I said, I disagree with you, but thank you for the explanation. So, you know, what can I do to have been the one to have been picked? So now I'm turning it around, and he said, honestly, I couldn't tell you. That's what he said to me. So I went back, went with my head teller, right? Because, you know, I'm, you know, he's behind the town, and I'm on the other side. In 2 months, folks, my head teller quit. He said, I can't take this. This is a lot of stress. I can't manage these people. Like, there's 18 people. I can't do it. He quit. And by default, I got the position. And I got a raise. And this girl from Shoshone was walking to the bank laughing. I said, well, thank you. Oh, Mark, I'm sorry, it didn't work out for you. And I really sincerely meant it because I know what it is like to get a position and, it's more like you're being humiliated because people are seeing you walking away from the position. You still got to be nice because you know what? Maybe next, and he's in banking. Maybe next time when I get to a bank somewhere, he's going to be my boss. So you got to be nice to everybody because you never know who you find wherever you go. So I got a position as a head teller. Now I'm the boss, and I'm telling people what to do, but I'm expecting to be, that role model. And that's where I learned everything. I learned my ropes at Cambridge Port Bank. I started off as a teller, folks, like I told you, and had my head up and became the head teller, became the assistant branch manager, became the branch manager, and then I moved to fraud investigations, and I was catching a lot of things that I won't say. I was catching a lot of things, and after that I became the compliance officer. Fast forward, as a customer service rep, I applied to go to a modeling school. Barbizon. It's an international modeling school, well known in America. They told me I was short. I said, I know. Because I see, it's not like I don't look at TV, it's not like I don't watch, it's not like I don't see the catwalk, somebody is 5'9", 6'2", and now because I'm 5'5", they don't want to get me, they wanted my money though. So they took my payment. So I went to school, I learned to walk, I learned to make my nails, because I love fashion. I learned to walk my heels, I learned to put on my makeup, I learned my lipstick there. So I became one of the greatest students there, and then went to the International Talent and Model Agency, that competition. I wanted to ace it, but because of my height, I didn't think it was fair. I became the second runner in Hollywood. Oh yeah, I do have, that trophy too, I can show it. Oh, by the way, in St. Joseph's College, I was Miss JC there. So I'm a queen too here. Mother, watch out. I'm just trying to balance things here and, trying to say, my story, who I am now didn't come really easy. It came with juggling. It came with passion. And sometimes you may know exactly who you want to be, what you want to do, but sometimes it's like you have it, but you haven't identified it yet. What is it that I have? And I think that was the main reason why I was tackling fashion this side, modeling this side, and I knew better in the financial industry at the same time. And there was at the time where I wanted to let go the banking side, but I did it so well that my bosses would say, well, why don't you just do it at least part-time, or we can give you certain, time to do that. Now, I'll tell you that a lot of people have always asked for, that kind of, to be lenient, for them to be lenient on them, and it wasn't happening. And this takes us back to humility. Like, she was saying earlier, my fellow speaker was saying earlier. I was very humble, but yet strong. Because a lot of times when you're strong, people mistake you for not being humble. When you are thirsty, and you are hungry, and you sit in front of your boss and say to your boss, I'm not looking for favoritism. I'm asking for steps to take to get to where I need to get. And here is where I want to get. All I need is the road to this crowd. What should I do? You shouldn't be afraid to sit down with your boss and ask, because it's very easy. And most of the time, like when I was a boss, people wouldn't ask me those questions, and I felt like I wasn't doing my job well. Because sometimes you're wondering, am I unapproachable? And again, I know there's some bosses here. Be approachable. Because that's how you actually even get judged. That's how you also look at your progress, by people coming back to you and asking you all these things. So now what ended up happening was I joined a company called First Marblehead Education Resources. It's a student-owned company. And those who know more about student-owned companies, you may have read about Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. And so it was more of a private company, while Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac were government ones. It was hard. Why did I do that? Even though I was already in fashion, comfort and fear. I was afraid that if I leave my job in the financial sector, which I know very well, I might fail and hit the bottom. Because I had already had a lot happen to me. At 22 years old, I bought a house in a suburb. Okay, so when I got there, my main goals were, okay, of course to succeed. But my prize was buying a house and buying a car. 2 years in, I bought myself a red Toyota Tercel, which is a car. And then when I bought my house at 22 years old, it was a big thing for me. But then I lost my job at some point because I was sick. I had a tumor in my lungs, so I had to get operated, and therefore my payments that I was getting got very low. Therefore, it affected my monthly payments with my mortgage. So I was shattered to end up selling my house over that. I went back to the drawing board. What could I have done differently at the time to be able to keep my house, at the same time not working to nurse my surgery? I could have insured my house for a bit more when I had money at the time when I was working. The insurance company would have been able to pay for my monthly payments when I was sick, but I didn't do that. I just wanted a house, folks, and I had it, and I thought, oh, my life is good. Which is what he was saying about be prepared. That's part of the preparation. Be prepared. There are going to be a lot of forces out there. There are going to be a lot of resistance. There's going to be a lot of fear in you. Fear of losing everything. Fear of being criticized by your friends and families. There's going to be fear of, not knowing where you're going. The fear of the unknown. You get in the house and you say, wow, today I just went to register this company, and I'm studying, with this, and oh my God, I'm pumped up. And then in the morning you wake up and you're like, who am I kidding? Oh, I just spoke with somebody and they said, they did this years ago, or my cousin did this years ago, and it didn't happen. Are you the original story writer of your own life? Or were you trying to copy somebody else's story? It also comes down to that. If you have an idea, you believe in your idea, and you know you're really going to do it, go for it. Go for it. Again, if you don't go for it, you will never know. Next time you look, you're 81 years old. It's like, oh, my next life. There's no next life back here on earth. Maybe after Jesus Christ comes, but I don't think you'll be here. You'll be someplace else. So, my message today is that you owe it to yourselves to be happy. You owe it to yourselves to be successful. You owe it to yourselves to be who you want to be. Write your own stories, be your own authors, and do not let anybody mess up your stories. Do not let anybody say you can't fly a plane. Yes, you can. I'm sorry, I'm not Barack Obama, but yes, you can. You know, I have the pleasure of young men working this lodge closer to us here, and I had the shuttle guy come pick me up. BTV had this interview with me, and I think morning breakfast at 6 a.m., something like that. So here at home, it's winter time, so 6 a.m. is too early. I got in this shuttle, this car, and I tell the guy, I'm like, hey, I see the stars. Are you sure? It's like, there's stars there and it's kind of dark. He goes, yeah. I said, what do you work for? I'm sorry, I was a little inquisitive. I'm a talker, I told you that. Just said, who do you work for? He goes, for myself. I said, oh, you do? I said, yeah. I said, so I had to talk to the receptionist there to say somebody should pick me up. And you came along. I said, how'd you get that? He goes, I went straight to the hotels. I went to the lodges, and I told them that I'd like to contract with them, and this is what's happening. When I first initially started this, it was a part-time thing, to supplement my income. And later on, I lost my job. Botswana does not have any jobs, but now I do it full-time, and I'm able to actually feed my family with it. Folks, become that driver. It's easy. Now, we have fear. And the first thing that you've got to ask yourself, if you want to do something, is, what's the worst thing that can happen if I did this? You know how I learned that? When I was the assistant branch manager, one of my duties was to sell, of course, checking account and savings account. And I was also supposed to detect, by looking at, how much people have balance, customers' balances in their accounts, and say to them, hey, you have $500,000 in your savings account, it's not working for you. How about seeing a financial advisor? And I used to do that to each and every customer with the same balance without fail. Well, when I first was told to do that, even after training, I'm looking at these people and I say, that's a millionaire, a U.S. millionaire for that matter. And I'm thinking, I'm too skinny and short and small and black and African and from Shoshone. Who am I to sit in front of this big, tall, white man and say, sir, you have this amount, can you do this? Like that talk, that interaction alone was very scary. Like I would start trying to say something and my voice will crack a little bit. And one day I went to my house and I said, Connie, where do you want to end? Are you always going to live in fear? You came in this country to say this is what you want to do. You want to shout out the sins. Is this shouting it or not? I went back to work with a different attitude because I said to myself, what's the worst thing that can happen? The worst thing that can happen is I don't sell anything. Is that bad? No. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's the worst thing. The worst thing that can happen is I can, out of 30 people a day, I could sell one checking account. I like it. That's good. That's okay, because you know what? Had I not spoken to each and every one person, I wouldn't have sold anything. So that's the attitude, and that's the mentality that I'm trying to spread here. Now, I'm going to address the culture shock. Because we had a young millennia, I almost jumped in. I swear, because of the culture shock. Culture shock, it's huge, especially in the United States of America. But I'm going to tell you a little story about one of our own who came in the U.S., I think 2012, I believe it was 2012. She won the green card lottery. as a nurse. And I was told by one of my neighbors who said, didn't you say you are from Botswana? I said, yes, and I'm proud of Botswana woman. What's up? Because we have this woman who just came here from Botswana, and she is a nurse. I said, really? Did you hear her properly? Because my folks don't like to travel. My folks don't like to relocate. And I always said it too. She goes, no, seriously. I said, what's the name? And I said, oh yeah, that's my people. Oh, that's my people. Yeah, I want to see that person. So I met with this woman. I took her out for coffee. We sat down, and I kind of practiced, because I had been there for way too long. So I practiced. I said, where do you live? She tells me where she lives. I said, oh, maybe you want to move, because I know at home we're not used to, that kind of, wherever she was living. I said, it can get a little rough there. Maybe you should move, countryman to countryman, try to advise your folks. She said, yeah, I'm going to move. Are you serious? I'm like, yeah, definitely, and I'll help you move. So she moved. And where she was working, somehow she did not like it. I said, you got a green card. Change the jobs. There's too many hospitals in Massachusetts. In fact, when people are sick in the world, the first hospital that gets sent to in the U.S. is in Massachusetts. Mass General Hospital, Brigham and Women's Hospital. I said, change your jobs. You're going to find a job. She listened. She changed the jobs. Within 6 months of her being there, a phone call from her. She said, I'm going back home. I said, what? You know how many people wish they could have the green card? You know how many Botswanans that I know are illegal in Florida, in California? I wish you could take off your head and put somebody else's there so they can work. She came back. She never went back to the U.S. She came back and settled here. The problem was that culture shock. She said she wasn't used to working certain odd hours. Folks, get ready. There is what we call odd hours. You want to succeed, you're going to work those odd hours. Otherwise, mediocrity. If you don't mind that, I don't know why you would live in Botswana if you don't want that. Seriously. So she quit her job. She didn't want, it was the odd hours, one. It was the culture when she was in the training, how people dress. I mean, everything ticked her off. Like, she didn't like how Americans dress, how they spoke. When she goes to the church, that pastor, when he spoke, it almost seemed like he was speaking slang. At home, we're too humble. When we talk about God, we don't include these slangs. Welcome to the U.S. That's the culture shock we're talking about. So you want to move, or you want to go someplace else, do a research. Be prepared. That's part of the preparation. Had she done all the preparations, she would have saved herself some money, because it's not like you get a green card and it comes with a ticket. She had to buy that ticket. And within 6 months, you're already back here. I don't think you've saved enough to come back here, especially if you have a husband here and kids. She was supposed to file for the husband so the husband can follow suit. Now she's coming back. I won't be surprised if there was divorce. Yeah, not that I condone that, but I'm just saying. So, people by nature, we want to succeed, but we don't want the package of what success comes with. People by nature want to be someone, they want to own, but they do not want to take initiatives. You've got to work strategically towards what you want. Do not be afraid. Again, my message stays on fear. My message stays on behavior, the attitude, like you said earlier. I always believe and say, behavior breeds behavior. If you come to me with an attitude, I'm gonna give you an attitude. If you go to your boss with an attitude, like I was always asking how, what it takes for me to be a certain place, my boss is gonna give me an attitude. I fail, I get home, and I say I hate my job, I hate my boss, and everything collapses. So, our topic today said, thinking beyond borders. What's a border? It's a fence. It's a wall. It's some sort of division, a territory. When you want something, pretend there are no borders, both physically and metaphorically. Physically, one, because you want to go someplace else, you can get there if you want something. So you're crossing borders. And metaphorically, because when you think, you can't say, oh, no. I never heard of Botswana having such and such. Just go wild. Go crazy. They used to say, I'm crazy. Be crazy. It's okay to be crazy. As long as you reach your limit, as long as you get what you want. Now, people, again, are afraid of these disappointments. They are afraid of the pain, like I said before, pain of lack of support. We are all governed by fear. Because you lose your friends. That's the thing. Once you make sense, you lose your friends. You lose some family members. You can actually lose them. You lose trust on certain people because they feel like you're not loyal to them. They want you to be behind them, and if you're not, you lose them. So be ready to walk alone and make other friends, like-minded friends that are very supportive, and they will be supportive to you. So it's not easy, but it's doable. It was never meant to be easy because we'll all be there. But you cannot start something and not finish it. Because most of the time if you start something and don't finish it, there is no motivation after that. You feel like, I'm done, I'm finished. Now, the other thing that I wanted to address is, how many people here came here because they had some sort of business or some sort of job that they feel they can do, but they're afraid to actually tackle that? You can't pay 550 pull-ups for nothing just to come here and browse. You pay that money because you feel you'll be able to get something out of this. And to me, when I look in the room, I see ambitious people. I see hardworking people. Like as usual, they say even that day, I say, my people are hardworking. But I also know that sometimes they can have some attitude. Like, okay, no, I'm not going to do that. But I also do know that not all of them have those attitudes. They just need a little nudge so they can get pushed and go somewhere else. You can't waste your 550. You have something in your head. You have something in your mind. You have a goal to reach. Now go get it. That's my message. Go get it. You don't know how to get it? Do a research. Call Mr. Jumpman. I'm not saying he's God, but I think he can walk you through certain things for you to be able to get somewhere. If you wanted to build a store, today when you wake up tomorrow morning, make up a plan. Go back to the drawing board and say, why have I not even taken a single step? I haven't taken that step because I'm afraid. What are you afraid of? I'm afraid because my friends will think I'm crazy. Be crazy. I give you permission. Go out there to be crazy, solicit information, ask for sponsorship. They'll look at you like you're nuts the first time, and finally they will come behind you. See, I know this country has a lot of talent. And as a fashion designer, by the way, I'm self-taught. Because all my funds were getting finished up in the modern school. So as I designed there, I said to myself, well, what can I do better to kind of, try to make this easier for me? And I reached out to somebody here who I met on Facebook. And I say, hey, here are my drawings. I need you, when I give you a call, and I say I want 12 of these, I need them as ASAP. The woman agreed with me. She delivered one batch, and I never saw the woman again. Seriously? I never saw that woman again. I inboxed her over and over, and I let her go. I saw a South African woman from the Cape. I inboxed her my problem. She delivered. Every time I call this woman, I get my things within 5 days. I didn't even know that it was possible from South Africa to Boston. Every time I send in my drawings, I say, okay, here it is. Has to be real basic. I don't care, you can go to Botswana and do it. That's my connection. I want to be connected with my own country. This is what I want. If you can't do it, tell me. I'll reach out to my auntie, my mother, and I will have the maid somehow from Botswana. This woman delivers without fail. This woman sends me messages all the time. How are you doing? When is your next project? What does that say? And those are the things that we have to look at. I'm not knocking this woman off by not delivering. What I really think happened here, and I could be wrong, I think she was ambitious, maybe overly ambitious, which is okay, but she was not prepared. That's why she delivered the first one, because this is the first one, I have to do this. And then the second one, she was not prepared. She probably didn't have any funds to buy the fabric for me, or she didn't have any funds, to send the order. What she could have said to me was, Connie, I know you're sending the money for the fabrics. Oh, by the way, she still owes me that money. But I let it go. It's okay. She's my countryman. So what she should have said to me was, Connie, I think this is, I'm being told that I talk too much, but I'm almost there. What she could have said to me was, Connie, we need to talk because, I'm feeling my family or, whatever. I have some financial problems. Oh, listen, I'm from here. I know the challenges here. It's somebody from home. You know what? I could make these things in China. I could make these things in South America. I could make these things in Cambodia. But I chose to do that here at home because I wanted that mark. So now, in short, get the courage, folks. It's not easy out there. Walk the talk. Be humble. Get your goals. Take a pen and paper and write your story. You're the only one who can tell your story better. My grandfather was a storyteller. Thank you.
Another round of applause for Connie. Another round of applause for Connie. Such a firebrand. Did you just feel her energy? I think if there was someone trying to fall asleep, we'll Thank you so much, Connie, for such an inspiring speech.